Change doesn't wait for your permission. It doesn't knock, it kicks the door open. You can resist it, fear it, or ride it like fire. Because the truth is, your life won't change when things around you shift. It'll change the moment you decide to move, to act, to evolve. Number 1. The fear of change. Why we stay stuck. Most people don't fear failure, they fear uncertainty. They fear stepping into a space where they can't predict what happens next. So, they stay where it's familiar, where it's safe, where it's known. But let me tell you something. Staying the same doesn't protect you, it slowly destroys you. Every morning, you wake up and promise yourself you'll start tomorrow. You'll begin when the timing is right, when you feel ready, when everything lines up perfectly. But that day never comes. Because change demands courage, not comfort. And courage only shows up when you take a step into the unknown. The reason you feel stuck isn't because life has stopped moving, it's because you have. You've built walls out of excuses and called them logic. You've labeled fear as patience. You've told yourself stories about one day, and you believed them. But the truth is simple. Nothing changes if nothing changes. Every version of your future already exists inside your choices. One brave decision could rewrite your life. One bold move could open every locked door you've been staring at. You don't need permission. You don't need certainty. You just need to start. Change isn't waiting for the perfect moment. It's waiting for you. And if you keep waiting, one day you'll look back and realize that fear didn't keep you safe. It kept you small. So stop asking, what if I fail? And start asking, what if I never try? Because the pain of regret will always hit harder than the fear of change. Number 2. The illusion of safety. Comfort is the real trap. Comfort feels good. That's why it's dangerous. It whispers in your ear, stay here. You've earned this. You've done enough. But comfort is a liar. It slowly steals your hunger, your passion, your edge. It convinces you that survival is the same as success. It's not. You weren't born to settle. You were born to evolve. Every great story you've ever admired began with discomfort. Growth only exists where resistance lives. The gym hurts. Learning something new feels awkward. Building discipline feels heavy. But those very things are what carve greatness into your life. Look around. The world is moving fast. Technology changes. Markets change. People change. Everything adapts, or it dies. Yet most humans cling to comfort like a life raft, refusing to see it's actually the anchor dragging them down. The comfort zone is silent. It doesn't scream, it seduces. It feels warm while your dreams slowly freeze. You wake up years later wondering, what happened to me? What happened is comfort won. You let easy replace extraordinary. Break that illusion. The moment you start feeling too comfortable, it's time to push again. Step into a new challenge, a new risk, a new unknown. Because the power of change will only meet you halfway, but you've got to take the first step. Comfort will never lead you to greatness. Discomfort will. So when you feel resistance, don't run from it, run toward it. That's where life begins. Number 3. The spark, the moment you decide. There's always that one moment, that breaking point. The day you look in the mirror and realize you've had enough. You're tired of your own excuses. You're done pretending everything's fine. That's the moment everything changes. You see, real change doesn't start with a plan, it starts with a decision. A decision to stop talking and start moving. To stop wishing and start building. To stop dreaming and start doing. Think about every person who's ever transformed their life. Every athlete, artist, entrepreneur, survivor. Their story didn't begin with perfect conditions. It began with a spark. One decision made in silence when no one believed in them. That's what separates dreamers from doers. Dreamers wait for motivation. Doers create momentum. Dreamers want the map. Doers start walking and figure it out along the way. The moment you decide, truly decide, to change, the universe rearranges itself in your favor. Opportunities you couldn't see before suddenly appear. Energy you didn't think you had floods your body. You realize that fear and excitement are the same feeling, just facing in opposite directions. But here's the truth. You can't half decide. You can't change part-time. You've got to burn the bridges, kill the excuses, and commit with everything you've got. Because once you go all in, the old you has no choice but to die. So let this be your spark. Not next week, not next month, now. The world doesn't need another almost. It needs your full commitment. Say it with your chest. I'm done waiting. I'm done hesitating. I'm done holding back. Because when you make that decision, life doesn't get easier, it gets clearer. And that clarity is where power begins. Number 4. The enemy within. fighting the old you. The hardest battle you'll ever fight isn't against the world, it's against yourself. Against the voice that says, you can't. Against the habits that drag you backward. Against the comfort that whispers, you don't have to try today. That voice in your head is loud because it's familiar. It knows every weakness, every fear, every old wound. It knows exactly how to keep you small. But you've got to realize something. That voice isn't you, it's your past. And your past has expired. Every time you rise to change, the old you fights for survival. It will tell you, you're not ready. You've failed before. What if it doesn't work? Ignore it, because that voice only has power when you listen. Discipline is how you silence that noise. Every representative in the gym, every early morning, every time you say no to distraction, you're not just building habits, you're building a new identity. Change feels like breaking because, in a way, it is. You're tearing down who you were to make space for who you can become. It's uncomfortable. It's painful. But that's growth. And growth always feels like loss at first. Don't run from that battle. Fight it. Every day, choose to be 1% stronger than your doubt. 1% braver than your fear. The enemy within is powerful, but you are relentless. And the day you stop negotiating with your weakness, that's the day you win. Number 5. Breaking the pattern. How small wins create big shifts. Everyone wants to change their life overnight, but transformation doesn't work that way. Change is built brick by brick, habit by habit, day by day. The smallest wins, stacked consistently, turn into unshakable momentum. Start simple. One promise to yourself, and keep it. Wake up on time. Drink the water. Write the goal. Do the thing. It's not about intensity, it's about consistency. Because every time you keep a small promise, you build self-trust. And when you trust yourself, you no longer wait for motivation, you create it. The greatest mistake is underestimating small progress. The gym session you almost skipped. The book you read for 10 minutes. The project you worked on when you were tired. These are the moments that separate talkers from transformers. You don't climb mountains in one leap. You climb them one step at a time. And those steps, those small wins, are where confidence is born. So start today. Don't wait for a miracle, build one. The power of change is in the details. When you win the small battles daily, the big victories take care of themselves. Number 6. The chaos phase, when change hurts the most. Change isn't a straight line. It's messy, chaotic, uncomfortable. You'll lose friends. You'll outgrow people. You'll question yourself. You'll face nights of doubt and mornings of silence. That's the price of evolution. But here's what most don't understand. Chaos is proof you're growing. Caterpillars don't become butterflies without the cocoon. Muscles don't grow without resistance. Diamonds aren't made without pressure. When life feels unstable, that's not a sign you're failing, it's a sign you're transforming. Growth feels like breaking before it feels like becoming. So when everything around you seems to be falling apart, remind yourself. Maybe it's just falling into place. Embrace the storm. Breathe through the discomfort. Stand tall when it shakes you. Because every great transformation has a messy middle, and if you quit there, you'll never see who you were meant to be. Let the chaos sculpt you. It's shaping the stronger version of you. Number 7. Transformation. Becoming the new you. One day, it clicks. You wake up and realize you're not the same person anymore. The things that used to break you don't. The fears that used to freeze you don't. You've changed, not suddenly, but silently, through the battles no one saw. That's transformation. It's not dramatic. It's steady. It's earned. You stopped running from your pain. You faced it. You stopped making excuses. You acted. You stopped waiting for change. You became it. And now, everything feels different, not because the world changed, but because you did. Your energy shifted. Your standards rose. Your mindset evolved. This is the reward for every sleepless night, every lonely grind, every moment you kept pushing when it didn't make sense. You built this version of you. And you should be proud. Because transformation doesn't happen to you, it happens through you. You didn't just change your habits. You changed your identity. You became the person capable of living the life you once only imagined. That's the power of change. It doesn't just create results, it creates rebirth. Number 8. The ripple effect. How your change inspires others. When you change, everything around you changes. People start noticing your energy, your focus, your fire. You become living proof that transformation is possible. Your growth gives others permission to grow. Your courage awakens courage in them. You don't have to preach, your life becomes the message. Every person who chooses change leaves a ripple, in their family, their friends, their circle, their community. One act of courage can ignite hundreds. So understand this. Your journey isn't just about you. It's about everyone watching silently, hoping it's possible. When they see you rise, they realize they can too. That's the power of example. That's the power of change. Number 9. Time and mortality. You don't have forever. Time is the one thing you'll never get back. Every second you spend waiting is a second you'll never live again. One day, there will be no more tomorrows. No more chances. No more, I'll start next week. And that's what makes now sacred. Change is urgent because life is short. You don't have forever. But you do have this moment, and that's enough. So stop wasting your life in hesitation. The future doesn't belong to the smartest or the strongest. It belongs to the ones who move. You can't pause time, but you can make it count. Every day you choose change, you're choosing life. And one day, you'll look back and realize that decision made all the difference. Number 10. The final push. Step into the power of Chang'e. This is your moment. No more waiting. No more wishing. No more excuses. The power of change lives inside you. Not tomorrow, not someday, now. Whatever's holding you back, let it go. Whatever's scaring you, face it. Whatever dream you've buried under fear, dig it out and bring it to life. You owe it to yourself to evolve, to fight for your potential, to chase the version of you that you know exists. Say it out loud. I'm done doubting. I'm done delaying. I'm done settling. Because the world doesn't reward intention, it rewards action. And from this moment forward, you are action. No more almost. No more waiting for permission. It's time. Step into the fire of change. Burn the excuses. Build the life. The power of change is yours, but only if you're brave enough to use it.